Many of the people out there that do what I do, they don't actually have a fabrication studios. They're about the end result, but they're not necessarily as much about the process.
Yes.
Whereas I feel like for us, the process is really grounded in everything that we do. So this is a warehouse where we store a lot of products. And
Tell me what the materials are like or could be.
oh, it's everything from lanterns to vases to candles to props to furniture, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, we have very little waste. Things either get reused for other events or they end up going to places like materials for the arts so that they have a second life. A lot of times people will look at events and they'll say, what a wasteful industry. I mean, you're creating so much trash.
Yeah. Because that's what it seems like.
But at the end of the day, I mean, that is an approach, but you can also take a different approach where you are thoughtfully inventing ideas that will have an afterlife.
Yeah.
Or like materials for the arts, which we are big supporters of, it basically goes into a big warehouse where if you're a non-for-profit organization, you can go there and shop for the things you need. So that's schools, that's churches, that's theater companies, choreographers, and they find the things that they turn into their costumes, into their sets.
That's so brilliant.
And they get it all for free.
Is this a mock-up to test out some of yours?
So this is an area where we do mock-ups for clients.
That's brilliant.
So we actually do photo shoots here and we do mock-ups, sample tables and other presentations to clients.
And will you experiment with your concepts here to see how they play out in an actual space?
Yeah.
That's so brilliant.
But we'll bring clients here and we'll set up, complete experiences for them and they'll know what they're buying and we can move things around and we can tweak them. But it's a great way to get people excited, but it's also clarifying for us from a design standpoint of like making sure that everything in the design is working. Sometimes they're not and we have to fix it.
So what's going on here? A lot of soccer balls.
It's World Cup time.
So you've been engaged in the process, I guess.
So we are making an awful lot of World Cup stuff that's happening very imminently.
So tell me something like this. What are you creating here? How did this come about? Like, what's the story behind this, if you can share?
This is actually going to become part of a photo activation where somebody could actually sit on this. So there's been an awful lot of experimenting happening of like, what are the materials that we use to put together to make this grid? And how do we do that, neatly and cleanly? And
structurally, if someone's going to sit this, it needs to be structurally sound.
That's right. So, this is one of those experimentations where the ball was not created for this purpose. So one needs to come up with how to reuse the ball for this application, even though this is not what a ball was intended to be used for.
Wow. And so it sounds like there's initial design, but these fellows are also dynamically adjusting and having to make this work.
Yeah, well, the process of, it's one thing to invent the idea on paper, and then it's a whole other idea
to execute it.
Materials have a life of their own. Like they want to do certain things, and they also don't want to do other things.
Yeah.
So part of the joy of discovery of working with materials that were intended for other purposes, you learn some characteristics about them that you have to react to. Like you can't react to them. So this is the walk-in refrigerator where this is where flowers live.
Oh, wow.
So we have a floral and styling department in addition to, a wood shop and a paint studio. And so this goes back to like our original, my original start with flowers. Now, it took me a million years to shake the word florist off of the back of my name.
Yeah, I bet it did.
And now people say to us, my God, your flowers are so beautiful. Who do you hire to do them? And I say, well, we do.
We do it, yeah. Wow.
And here, if you want to come
let's do it. Let's sneak through.
This is our paint studio.
Oh my gosh,
spray
this is
booth.
amazing. Is this a powder coating system?
Yeah, it's a spray booth.
Kind of spray booth.
This is where things are getting finished before they go out into the world. So, it's built in the wood shop.
Okay.
It's finished in the paint studio.
What would be nowadays a typical size project? How many pieces are involved? How many people are involved?
Oh, they're big. I mean, the project that we're doing on Friday is going to have about 2,500 guests in over 50,000 square feet of space. And it's a full-on transformation. So I think that a certain amount of those shelves are going to end up...
Oh, in there.
Yep.
That was like a bar to me.
That's right. So, we're on an industrial block, and down the street from us, this is one of the things that I'm really proud of. Down the street, there is a poultry slaughterhouse.
Which way?
That away.
Okay.
And often, the birds go AWOL and they escape. and they have learned to come and take refuge here. And so we have any number of chickens and guinea hens that come here for refuge. They lay their eggs, and then my sweet guys will take them upstate to find new homes.
Okay.
So somehow they've like figured out, the ones that can like scale the wall, they have figured out that this is a safe haven over here, and they find their way over.
Ironically, I'm actually looking to adopt guinea hens because I have an orchard and
yeah?
they eat ticks.
You know what? The next time we have an escapee, I'll call you.
I make them racing into Brooklyn. Oh, amazing.
But I mean, this is a good place for us because the trucks can back right in. We can load them and unload them.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You know, it's an industrial neighborhood, so there's other like-minded things like that happening here. And right down there, that brick building, that's Netflix.
On the left side?
Yep.
Huh.
So they have a film studio there.
Really?
So there's like these weird pockets of things happening in this neighborhood that you would not necessarily know were happening.
Yeah, when I think of Brooklyn, I think of brownstones. I don't think of any of this stuff.
Well, you know, I mean, this is technically where all the cool kids are.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them yet, but.
Oh, the creators are here. This is great.